which is really hurting right now with unemployment, foreclosures, things of this nature. We've got to reinvigorate our economic engine. And the marine industry is the #1 economic engine here in South Florida. And I go there to do the battle for you, to stand for you, and make sure that we have that long-term sustainable economic growth for the United States of America, to make sure that the future and the legacy of our children and grandchildren are protected for years to come. Thank you very much.
Part of your question and end with one that you would ask this candidate.
Well, I think I got it. I mean, we just changed Democrat to Republican.
Yep.
And I think it's so important because a couple of weeks ago, we had who may be the Speaker of the House, John Boehner, come down here to have a breakfast with me. And I had an interview with Politico magazine, and they asked me, how would you respond, how would you interact with John Boehner if he were to be the Speaker of the House? And I said very clearly, I hold his feet to the fire. Because one of the things you have to understand is that it's about conservative principles and values. Because right now in the United States of America, there is some disdain with the Democrat Party. There's no doubt about that. But the American people yet do not trust and have confidence in the Republicans. Because when they did control it all, being at the House, being at the Senate, and the White House, we saw that spending over those 8 years of the Bush administration, $1.8 trillion. But I think that what we have already seen right now, in the Obama administration and control of the House and Senate under the Democrats, in 20 months, $2.8 trillion. Our debt is at $13.6 trillion and clicking. It would take every man, woman, and child in the United States of America to write a check for $45,000 for us to eliminate the debt.
Greg's the only one in the whole audience that can afford that. And Cliff. Greg and Cliff.
But the critical thing is that I think you're starting to see the parties represent opposing wings of the same bird. And it comes down to not about party politics, but what are the principles of governance? What are the principles of governance that promote the constitutional values that made this country great? What are the principles of values that make sure that the individual is once again empowered in this country? And as I said, our small businesses and our corporations and businesses are empowered to thrive. And I think that's what we have to get back to. Not so much party politics, but the right and proper principles of governance to make sure that this country continues on. And it's based upon free market and free enterprise. We got to get back to that.